Why are you not at 70% show up rate? How's your setting framework? And how do you train setters? How do you hire them? Right? This is all the questions that I've asked myself repeatedly over the past couple of months. Until that time where AI can come in and replace setters, you need to actually do the heavy work. That's just the truth. You can't deny that. I can't deny that. It's something I'm actually living with. Churn rate, bad days, days off. Oh, today was Monday. Oh, I couldn't hit my KPI for the day. I had to run here. I had to do this. You're spending money on ads. That's the problem. You're spending money on ads. You're spending hours on training, on call reviews, on feedback, tracking the stuff. You have closers breathing down your neck if someone's not consistent with the qualifying process. All these things racks up with setters. And it's true. It's very, very true because it is a lonely job. Setting is a very lonely job. It's not easy, and they're your biggest pillar. And we both know that, right? So in order for you, let's start from the top. Let's start on how I approach this sales team from the bottom. You need to build everything from the setters up to the closers, right? I've been in the info product space for the past 3 years. I've been in sales for over 7 years now. I started door to door. I was lucky enough to get into info product the past 3 years, now going into my 4th year. And I started with closing and being a hybrid, so setting and closing for almost a year and a half to 2. Moved into sales management, and I've been managing a couple 7 for 8 figure sales teams and also sales consultancy for these folks. And I come in with the same energy. I come in with the same blueprint and the same standard operational procedures that actually work because it's all psychology. First, you need to understand the people that you want in your company. What type of company are you actually working for or running or building? Is it B2B or B2C? First things first. 2, you need to understand the ICP psychology. How are these people like to be approached? Who are these people? The age demographic and everything. Before you even hire these setters, you're gonna do yourself a disservice, and you're also gonna do the person you're gonna hire a disservice. Understand the ICP first. Are they older? Are they younger? Are they more of a Gen Z? Is it B2B, B2C? How much are you selling that ticket for? That's the first thing you need to understand. Second thing, when you're hiring these setters, I have a full hiring video already. If you haven't watched it, I'll give you a quick rundown. When it comes down to hiring, you need to understand your standards. You need to know who you want to hire based on who you are, how they are, and how your ICP is. Straightforward, right? You need to have a full breakdown on your hiring SOP. If you don't have it, just build it. Build a hiring SOP, and that way you don't forget. Go ahead and watch the hiring SOP that I have that actually got us A+ players, where we're making 7 figures a month, consistently 8 figures a year. We're scaling to 12 million. When you're building your company based on the setters up to the closers is very important. Why? Because your setters eventually will become the closers down the line, and you're gonna hire new setters to support the new setters becoming closers. Understand the type of setters you want to have on board. Once you get those right folks, keep it very lean first. Don't play with the masses. I've seen teams with 60, 70 setters. I understand you want to work a volume game, but for what? For what? I understand you have a lot of lead flow, but no matter how much lead flow you have, having such a lean team is so important, especially when you start. Now, when you're training the setters, you need to keep it very clear that the communication structure between them and the closer is very important. Nobody's above everybody. There should be no ego in the company. We're all the same. It's just one is getting on dials, one is getting on a sales call. There's no difference. They're both salespeople. I treat my setters as closers because they understand the right qualifying questions to ask with the right tonality, with the right speed, with the right cadence that actually get the person sold into the call, because that's their job. A setter's job is to set the call, not the product. They're not closing. They're selling the call. That closer is selling the product, right? They're turning new leads into clients and their clients into students, and then you can obviously change the wording. But now, when you train in them, culture is real. I conduct 5 to 7 meetings a week. And the reason why is because the more meetings you have, the better. But here's the catch. More meetings don't mean productivity. That doesn't mean efficiency. You can conduct 30-minute or 15-minute meetings with structure. So if you don't have, as a sales manager or CEO, if you don't have a structure for your meetings, if you think you have structure, but you get on there and talk about your daily routine with them and how they're doing for 10, 15 minutes, you got it wrong, okay? I made a video on how I structure my daily meetings. That way you understand you can keep it very efficient. You can be buddy and friends, but on those meetings, it's like literally on the clock. Think about it as if you're leaking money during that call, because that call could be when they're actually dialing new leads. Think about it that way. So I conduct my meetings at 8 a.m. with all setters, okay? The reason why is because I also have sales team meeting once or twice a week, but I have setter meetings as the first thing at 8 a.m., okay? Before then, I get on a call with our CEO about 15 minutes before. We call it a sync meeting just to go over the main components for 15 minutes. 8 o'clock, I'm on a setter meeting from 8 to 8:30. Keep it very brief. Daily wins, yesterday's wins, daily goals, how we're feeling, getting into the CRM, and what we need to look forward to with their goal, and they get into it. 30 minutes. By 9 o'clock, 9:30, everybody's up on the East Coast. The market, even the stock market is up at 9:30. It's 6 a.m. on PST, 8 a.m. in Central. Primal time for high pickup rate. Now, that is the first structure with meetings and the meaning behind that as well. Now, when it comes down to training them, it's all about the culture. They need to speak like the coach. They need to have, obviously, they need to sound like an expert. They need to be enthusiastic, and they need to come in with a clear plan. We have a full-on framework from the top to the bottom. When the first 4 seconds of them calling and getting that right person in is the right icebreaker that we have it breaking down. I will be dropping a video, if not it's already in the channel, with the full setting framework. If not, you can check X. I dropped the whole thing on there. You can actually check it out, give me a follow in X. You need to build it up from the bottom up, and we're gonna get to the show up rate. Just stick with me here. So when it comes down to the framework, they need to go in with the right structure from the beginning to actually make sure the person knows who's calling them, and I'm sure a lot of you guys already have this in place. Then it goes down to discovery. When it comes down to us, we only have 2 main questions. The first question that really matters the most is the capital question. We are selling B2B. It's a 20 and a 50K ticket, so we want to know that we're talking to the right people. And then the second thing will be obviously the decision maker. That's not really a deal breaker for us, because initially what we do is when we book someone, and this is after the setter goes through the framework, when we book someone, 2 main things we do. Very, very, very important things. The first thing, we set a confirmation verbal agreement on that setting call. The setter calls with speed to lead. Number 1, speed to lead. Okay, under 5 minutes, we have an automated text message with the setter's name. Why? We're using SendBlue. If you don't know what SendBlue is a software where you can actually text people as iPhone. Okay, so when you text someone with SendBlue, it comes up as a blue text, and then when you text someone with your name on it, with whatever the case may be, it will show maybe Fadi. So they might think it's already you, it's not a scam likely, etc. They might know you. When they answer the phone, we call them. After the first text, we call them immediately. We double to triple dial. Always double, triple dial. First call, it might go to do not disturb. Second call might go through, they might not have seen it. The third call, there's a higher chance for a pickup rate. Plus, you're doing this with speed to lead, with a text, with SendBlue, and you're triple calling. Our pickup rate is at 70 to 75%. Immediately off the bat. How do we dictate our booking rate? Our booking rate goes down to 2 things. 1, if he's qualified, which is the marketing side, and then 2, if the setter followed the framework. So now, after the discovery phase, and they get to the point where they book someone after they go through the main capital question. Now, here's the 2 things. How do we ensure these people show up, and how do we know these people are the decision makers? At the end of the call, hey, by the way, Fadi, I just want to, you should be good for tomorrow for the meeting with our account executive at 12. I'm just kind of curious, what time do you usually wake up? Oh, I'm up around 8 a.m. Okay, awesome. What are you doing at 9? Yeah, I'm just getting ready for my day and stuff. All right, cool. I want to give you a call at 9 tomorrow. I will have some updates from the coach, which is the name, right? Coach. Meanwhile, I will have the account executive working on that roadmap right now, so tomorrow can be ready for 12 o'clock. I want to give you a call at 9 just so I can give you the updates, and also I want to be able to confirm that meeting with you. Because here's the thing, man, if I give you a call at 9 tomorrow and you don't pick up, I'm just going to assume 12 is not good for you, and I might just go ahead and cancel that meeting. If I'm going to do that anyways, I might as well just cancel it now. So does 9 work or not? Yeah, 9 works, because now you just throw so much at him. You know, you might cancel it, we're working on a roadmap, update from the coach. There's more chance for him to answer. And guess what? The setter's going to do that at 9 a.m. He still has the whole day to talk to new opt-ins and have follow-ups. This literally increased our show-up rate by 30% alone. What increased more of the show-up rate is not only the framework was so good and the setter built so much rapport, and he literally walks them and then babysits him to the call the next day with a call confirmation. We have an automated group chat through SendBlue. Okay, nobody in the game is using this, and I'm just gonna drop it right here. We add the lead or the person after they book into an automated group chat with 3 people, the coach, the closer, and the setter. You get added, you're the lead. You get added into a group chat. Hey, Fadi, what's up, man? Just want to add you in the group chat with the coach and the account executive. 30 seconds later, they get hit by the coach as an automated text. Hey, what's up, man? Fadi said some good things about you. Looking forward to talk to my account executive. 2 minutes later, we drop an automated voice message from the account executive. We made our closer drive and record a voice message so it can be automated. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm super looking forward into our call. Just go ahead and confirm with a text in the group chat so I know you're good for tomorrow. All automated. All these things have been adding into our show up rate. That's why we're at 74% with a paid inbound cold traffic leads. Aside from us implementing this for the show up rate, at the end of the call, we go, oh, by the way, John, are you the only decision maker in this? I mean, do you have anybody else who's gonna kind of get into, like a business partner or your wife or anybody that you have like a support system that kind of like would want to partake in this journey or understanding how the process works? If they say no, I'm single, I don't have anybody, cool, no problem, awesome. If they hint on anybody, like, oh yeah, I might have yeah, my wife is kind of like into this too, or she would want to know, or yeah, I have a business partner, but he's traveling, or yeah, I have a mentor that I kind of tell about, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, okay, perfect. All right, yeah, give me their email real quick. I want to be able to send them information too. Not only is that, but I can add them to that meeting tomorrow. They can join if they're busy or they're not. If they can't, that's fine. At least they have that invite. So if they feel like joining, it's fine. I can also send them some resources. Now, here's the catch. You already gave the closer a heads up that there might be someone that can and cannot join, so they cannot use that whole smoke screen of decision maker. Outside of that, we use that as leverage. Why? We start blasting that person, which is his first support system, bunch of resources too. So that person goes, oh wait, why am I receiving these emails? Who are these people? They start discussing it before the meeting. They might even get curious and nosy. They end up joining the meeting too. So now the person's on there. Let's say that person doesn't join and the customer joins. And then on the call, he uses the escape system of I need to talk to someone. I can't move. I got to pray on it. I got to da 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 da. Awesome, no problem. The closer goes through the objection handling. The setter, post call, the setter goes ahead. We set up an automation or an email, or even the setter manually starts blasting that person, that support system, that decision maker, that business partner too. Why? Because you can never guarantee a lead actually explaining the sales call the same way the closer did over to his business partner. It might go like this. Yeah, honey, I got on this call with, you know, John's people team about X, Y, and Z, and they told me, they can help me with this, that, and third. Oh, great. Okay, cool. Yeah, but they're asking for 20K. Oh, wow, that's a lot. What do you think about it? I don't know. I mean, maybe you could find somewhere else cheaper. Maybe you can do it by yourself. Oh, what do you think about it? I don't know. Boom. Oh, are you picking up the kids? Or are you doing this? Or the business partner starts talking about something else. Now it deviates. Now you have your sales team chasing them, sending resources, blasting them. They neglect it. Maybe the partner doesn't want to do it. But if we're already blasting that person with resources, testimonials as well, the same way we're treating that business partner, the same way as we're treating the lead, we found such a higher percentage of converting these folks. It was literally a no-brainer just from collecting that email on the setting call. Another thing we used to warm these people up, especially for the cold traffic, we recorded a Miro walkthrough, either the setter or the closer, and it goes, hey, just want to drop this quick video for you. We just spoke on the phone. I wanted to send this over just so you know what to expect. And they go over a little bit of the key stuff for the mentorship. They go over how we help the case study, and then we build a little flow chart on what to expect next after the call with the account executive so they get an understanding. They watch that Miro video or that Loom before they get on a call with the closer. They already are warmed up. They know what to expect. It becomes a demo call at this point. It's not even a sales call anymore. So this is how we scale to $1 million a month. We're on track to do 2 or 3 million a month very, very soon. I just want to go ahead and document this here. So this is how we increase our show up rate. This is how we increase our pickup rate. This is how we increase our close rate. And this is how we're growing and scaling right now. If you have any input from me or any insight, please drop down and comment this for me. And if you haven't, please subscribe and like, and then follow me on X. I will want to be more consistent with this. I'll see you on the next video.